Well, it is being called the darkest day in Australian football. Spectators posing as Melbourne Victory fans, throwing flares and jumping the fence at Amy Park, assaulting Melbourne City goalkeeper Thomas Glove and referee Alex King. It left officials with no choice but to abandon the match altogether due to player safety. For more, we're joined now by SBS commentator and former Socceroos captain Craig Foster. Good morning to you, Craig. We're supposed to be here this morning talking about the final of the World Cup, and we will get to that.
Okay.
But you're a lover of this sport. What did you think when you saw this?
Well, I just absolutely appalled. You know, we were getting ready for the World Cup game last night and having a bit of a nap, getting ready for a 2 a.m. game, and all of a sudden all the text started coming in. And just watching it, my first reflection was, what an incredible month it's been for the game, and this, you know, is exactly what football doesn't need. You know, these people have brought the whole game into disrepute, and rightly the entire game, we're talking millions of Australians here, have condemned these actions. But I hope that Thomas is okay this morning. I haven't had an opportunity to be in touch with him. But to see, you know, a player being assaulted and people bringing a game to a halt in this way is just disgusting.
Obviously, it's a minority of fans who've done this, but we don't really see these sorts of scenes in other sports. What is it about football that brings out this kind of behaviour? Yeah,
as a game, we have to admit that you do sometimes see these scenes overseas, right? You know, in many, many countries. And what we've stressed in Australia is that we have our own culture, and that you saw during the World Cup the incredible passion and emotion of all the countries around the world, you know, from Morocco to Japan to Korea and all around the place. But what's important is that it never spills over into this. And being passionate and loving the game means respecting the game and upholding the rules around it, protecting your fellow spectators and, of course, your players and all the rest. So this is exactly what we don't want here. And, you know, again, we saw hundreds of thousands of people come out and cheer for the Socceroos and stand at the live sites and just have the most extraordinary month and all come together, all Australians across all of our beautiful diversity. And so this morning, there's no question, I've seen the Melbourne Victory, I've seen the Players Association, I've seen other clubs, no doubt Football Australia, and everyone will be coming down in the hardest possible terms on these idiots. And making sure that everyone understands in the game that we all have two responsibilities, or at least two. But if someone who supports a club, whether it's Victory or others, you support that club is fine, but above that you also have a duty to the game. And, you know, all the fans around the country, all of us, we often hold up Johnny Warren, my old friends and workmates, Johnny Warren and Les Murray, you know, as the great kind of godfathers of football. And one thing the fans need to understand is they always put the game first. And they always had a deep sense of responsibility to protect the game and conduct themselves in the right manner. And that's what they expect of everyone who comes to any football game in this country.
127.33. They've taken over half a second off the previous world record held by the US. Incredible swim by the French.
Half a second.